Campagnolo, installation of the V2 EPS power unit with the seat post mounting. In this video, we will see how to install the V2 power unit using an elastic support inserted in the seat post. This is Solution 5 installation. Please see the video V2 EPS power unit for the other 4 installation solutions. The following elastic supports are available. For 27.2mm diameter grey-coloured seat posts. For 30.9 and 31.6mm diameter black-coloured seat posts. In case of an aerodynamic seat post, teardrop. Select the most suitable seat post mounting version for the geometry and dimensions of the tube, so that the support is stably inserted. Remove the power-off magnet from the power unit. Install a noise-reducing O-ring supplied with the power unit in the lower area and a noise-reducing O-ring in the groove on the upper end of the power unit itself. Tighten the nut supplied with the support completely onto the threaded stud on the support itself. Screw the stud into the threaded seat at the end of the power unit until it comes into contact with the nut. Clean and lubricate the internal surface of the seat post in order to increase adherence between the tube itself and the elastic support. Insert the elastic support into the entire length of the seat post and, in the event of an asymmetric seat post, determine the best installation position for the elastic support. Rotate the power unit to the necessary angle, unscrewing or screwing in the stud in order to align it to the seat tube and to any obstructions inside the frame. For example, be careful of the bottle cage bosses. Lock the power unit into defined position, tightening the nut with a 7mm wrench all the way onto the power unit to the prescribed torque. Bring the seat post alongside the seat tube. Ensure that at the minimum seat post insertion position that the length of the power unit's 4 cables is sufficient as shown. Ensure that the connector for recharging the power unit can be positioned in the pre-drilled hole in the frame. Ensure that the 3 male connectors of the front derailleur, yellow, rear derailleur, green, and interface, red cables can come out of the frame holes in order to be connected to the respective female connectors of the components being connected. If the cables are not long enough, use the relevant extensions. Remember that if the extensions are not used, once the power unit is installed, you may not be able to remove the seat post from the seat tube. To keep the 4 power unit cables together and to make it easier to run them inside the frame, use the 2 plastic pigtails to bind them together and, using the cable guide magnet kit, draw the cables out of the bottom bracket shell, subsequently removing the plastic pigtails that hold the cables together. Fit the threaded metal insert onto the battery charger connector. Install the knurled washer in order to prevent the cable nut from rotating during tightening. Insert the long cable of the cable guide magnet kit into the battery charger connector exit hole, and then connect it to the battery charger connector with the magnet. Partially bring the connector out through the hole in the frame and leave the cable with the magnet attached to prevent the connector from sliding back inside the frame. Put the washer and nut on and tighten to a torque of 1.5 Newton meters. Remove the threaded metal insert and fit the connector cover cap, screwing it correctly into place. Continue the installation, running the rear derailleur, front derailleur and interface cables. Follow the EPS video instructions. Installation of the components.